It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you guys don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that being said, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, the upcoming season set to premiere this spring of 2021. Guys, there's so much speculation as to what the hot topics are going to be, or technically the storylines of this new latest and greatest season. However, well, there's really no however. We know what they are. We know that the storylines coming this season, the biggest storylines, one would be the Erica Girardi case. Well, the case is following the Girardi name, not just her divorce, but also the alleged embezzlement fraud that is going on with her soon-to-be ex-husband, Tom Girardi. We also know that Garcelle Beauvoir was on the outs with the group. She wasn't necessarily getting along with the rest of the women, and we want to know why. Fans, Bravo super fans, people around the world want to know, why is Garcelle on the outs? Was it the fact that she was protecting Denise Richards last season during the whole Brandi Glanville threesome gate? Or is it because there's something that we don't necessarily know that's coming up? Aside from that, guys, we know that Kathy Hilton is set to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but only in a friend capacity. She's not joining full-time. And you know what I find the most interesting about this is that people are saying that Kathy Hilton is trying so hard to be that full-time diamond holder, that if she comes in, you know, and she really kills it this season as a friend, then she'll be able to obtain the diamond that she's always wanted. Guys, let me just check that at the door really quick. Kathy Hilton does not need anyone to greenlight her getting a diamond. Kathy Hilton can walk into Bravo, she can walk into Evolution Media, she can walk into wherever she wants, and she can get whatever she wants. She is still Kathy Hilton. Now, mind you, you start associating a franchise like Real Housewives with the city, Beverly Hills, which is the city that Kathy Hilton pretty much runs. And I don't mean like runs like she's the mayor or governor of Beverly Hills, but she runs it, meaning she knows everybody. She has one of the most famous daughters in the world, and she's best friends and rubs elbows with some of the most famous people. She's a woman of power. If she wants to come on the show and be a full-time role, she will. However, she wants to also keep her anonymity. Mind you guys, Marlo Hampton, Mama D. Simmons from Real Housewives of Dallas, some of these women don't want full-time roles. They don't want to be under contract. They don't want to have to talk about their families or the nitty-gritty, what that full-time contract really asks of you. They don't want to engage on that level. They just want to kind of show up, give a little bit of surface content, and then go from there. I want to get back to Paris and Nicky, though, because Paris and Nicky were just on an episode of Paris's new podcast, This is Paris. And Nicky said, well, they both kind of said that Kathy Hilton was being shady about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills joining it as a cast member. She was being shady because they said for the past 11 years, they've heard rumors that Kathy would be joining the show. They've heard every single year when it comes around the time of casting, they've heard about it. They've asked their mom, are you going to be joining? No, she's not going to be joining. They move on. Okay, it is what it is. Now, for some reason this year, when they asked their mom, Kathy Hilton, hey mom, are you going to be joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Like, why is everyone saying this in the media? She was like, no way, I'm not joining that show. No, I'm not joining it. And then all of a sudden they turn around, Nicky Hilton and Paris Hilton are walking down the street. They get a call from a close friend that says People magazine just broke the story that Kathy Hilton is now officially joining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They end up calling their mom, and she's still saying, no, there's no way, when really she knew, in fact, there is a way, and yes, she is, in fact, joining the franchise. With that being said, they came on the show and they talked about what their concerns were, what they look forward to seeing from their mom, and why they were a little annoyed about the fact that she did not share any of this. When Kathy Hilton found out that Paris Hilton first signed on for The Simple Life, she told her daughter, listen, I don't want you to be a part of a vulgar reality show. I don't want you to go out there and put yourself out there and have people look at you a different way because you wanted these 10 minutes of fame, right? Well, now for Paris, she's like, well, that's kind of ironic because now you're putting yourself out there. And I don't necessarily think you know what that means. This is what Paris is thinking about her mom. She said, well, she's been a fan of the show for a long time. And so is Nicky. They both swear that their mom, Kathy Hilton, has never seen an episode of the show, saying that she doesn't know what she's getting herself into. Obviously, these women are ruthless. They go in on each other about their finances, about their husbands, their marriages, their relationships, friendships. You did this wrong. How do we make it right? It's all about conflict and resolution with the Real Housewives of any city, and they don't think that their mom will be ready for this. Although Paris says that her mom has a great sense of humor and she's hilarious, she hopes that we get to see that side of her. Nicky had a few words about the Beverly Hills Housewives too. Nicky said, and by the way, I am not knocking the show. I love the show. I am a huge fan. She said, I find it highly entertaining and I love the girls. Lisa Rinna, Erica Jane. She said that she thinks that they're great. However, she did go on to say, but if someone asked me, would I want my mom to be on it? No. She does not want her mom to be a part of it. And this is when we found out that her mom has never even watched an episode. She said, while I'm a fan, my mom has never even seen the show. Paris seems to think that there are not ulterior motives, but there are reasons why she has decided to finally join after 10 seasons, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And that's because of the pandemic. Paris said, Mama Kathy was at home bored. That's the only way she would have finally joined The Real Housewives. That's it. She was at home bored during the pandemic when everybody was on lockdown, and now she's finally like, I have to get out of the house. I have to do something. Yes, fine, I'll do it. Paris said this in a statement. My mom lied to us, pretended she wasn't doing it, wouldn't admit it. And there's no way that she would ever do this if there wasn't a pandemic happening and she wasn't at home bored for the last year. Paris said that there's no way she would have said yes because they've asked her like every year for the last 11 years. Okay. All right, so Paris has her thoughts and so does Nicky, but still we have to wait and see when that trailer comes out, the super trailer, the season trailer for season 11. I cannot wait. We have to wait and see what that holds in it. In the meantime, though, Paris and Nicky did drop a little bit of Beverly Hills drama on This Is Paris podcast because when Kathy Hilton invited all of the women over to have some sort of dinner night, a dinner, obviously we see it on the franchise all the time where they all come together and they have the hard conversations. Her brother Baron Hilton was at home. Baron ended up hearing all of the women getting into this big argument. There was screaming, there's yelling, fighting, but Baron didn't see who it was. He didn't set his eyes on exactly who was doing the screaming. He just knows that there was screaming involved. So if that's the case, I want to know, who do you guys think it was? Who could possibly be fighting at Kathy Hilton's house? And also, would you ever? I would never fight at Kathy. Listen, if I'm going to fight, I'll fight at Dorit's house. I'll fight at Kyle Richards' house. I'll fight at Erica Jane's condo. I'll fight anywhere, but I'm not fighting at Kathy Hilton. I'm not getting kicked out of there and blacklisted from the Hilton house. No freaking way. But I do want to know who you guys think it was, and I never let up. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and comment below as I read all of your comments all the time. I want to know your thoughts. I appreciate your thoughts. And yeah, also don't forget to subscribe, guys, and hit that notification bell. That being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.